Man, what's good, YouTube? We got the Memphis Grape Street Crips, man. Let's rock.
In Memphis, Tennessee, a deadly drama is unfolding in real time. A street gang known as the Great Gang has been linked by both law enforcement and lurid street legend to drug trafficking, high-profile murders, and a wave of violence that's left a trail of
Out the
bodies
window with it.
across the city. By some estimates, this crew and its rivals have traded dozens of lives in brutal turf wars. In 2019, federal agents even launched Operation Grapes of Wrath, indicting 16 people tied to the Grape Street Crips on serious drug charges. It was a major blow against the gang's narcotics network, stretching through Memphis neighborhoods like Nutbush and South Memphis. But cracking down on the Grape Gang has proven
Nutbush is
far more
crazy.
complicated than a single bust. Their influence runs deep, intertwined with the city's vibrant rap scene and an escalating feud that has rocked the Memphis underworld. Before we get started on this video, make sure you go check out my website that's in the description where I post viral videos daily.
Hey,
And plus
RP
make
the
sure
Big
you like
Scar,
the
man. That boy
video and
was
share
tough.
it with someone to spread the violence awareness.
Just across Arkansas's eastern border over the weekend, a community is shaken after a man in their neighborhood has been targeted by multiple shooters. As Quemetro Wilborn reports, this is not the first time it's happened. We do want to warn you, some parts of the video you're
Not
about
the
to
first
see
time
can
they
be
want that
disturbing.
man bad.
Broken car windows and a broken sense of security, a role that's left after Sunday morning shooting on Briar Place. In this unsettling surveillance footage, you see a gray Pontiac Grand Prix with its left side front fender damaged pull up to this intersection with 3 men inside. The men, all wearing masks, hang outside the car doors and windows.
Yo, homie finna damn near pop you, boy. Hell no. I can't be the nigga on the left side. I can't do it. He pointing right at your head. If he got a switch, stop
One
it.
reason the Grape Gang looms so large in Memphis is its crossover into hip-hop culture. Several of the city's rising rap stars are either members or closely affiliated with this gang, openly flaunting the Grape identity in their music and social media. They wear the colors, flash grape emojis, and shout out cryptic gang slogans in hit songs. Names like Big Unk, Quez Ruthless, Chopper E Money, Big Mochi Grape, and Jay Fizzle rain out from both studio speakers and police scanners. These young men aren't just entertainers, they're reputed foot soldiers of a Crip set transplanted from Los Angeles' infamous Grape Street to the banks of the Mississippi. On Reddit forums and YouTube channels, fans and foes alike swap rumors about their exploits, painting them as folk heroes to some and dangerous criminals to others. And in Memphis, where rap careers and gang affiliations often overlap, the lines between performer and gang member blur to nothing. Take Big Moochie Grape and Jay Fizzle for example. Both hail from Paper Route Empire, pre-rap label founded by the late superstar Young Dolph, and both are believed to represent the Grape Street clique on the streets. Jay Fizzle, Dolph's own cousin and protege, has been in the game for nearly a decade, revered for gritty tracks that double as survival anthems from South Memphis's roughest blocks. Big Moochie Grape, whose very name shouts out the gang, rose from East Memphis and quickly became one of Dolph's most aggressive young artists. In 2022, at the height of his buzz, Moochie suddenly vanished from the scene, locked up on a prison stint that he's kept quiet about. He re-emerged in 2023 with a newfound ferocity. On his first day out of prison, he got a face tattoo of a crowned dolphin to honor Dolph alongside the pre-logo on his neck. Great back home, he declared on Instagram. But
Whoa.
freedom came with new challenges.
Oh,
In late
nah.
2024, whispers on the streets claim
I
Big
ain't doing all
Moochie was
that, though.
ambushed and robbed of his flashy jewelry, with the culprits brazenly parading his stolen chains on social media. It was a humiliating jab at a rapper who once boasted that anyone who tried him would be suicidal. The incident underscored how the Great Gang's enemies are eager to test them, online and off.
Gotta get the video. Ooh, baby Jesus in them. Look at all them spaghettis.
He talking about, ooh, baby Jesus
Put
in
that
now.
got in it, Finley Link. Pick you something nice. Shit here.
If Big Moochie and Fizzle represent the flashy rap side of the Great Gang, Big Unk embodies its raw street credibility. Big Unk, pronounced Big Unk, was a feared name in Memphis long before he ever recorded a verse.
Big
Rumors swirled
Unk
that Big
pronounced
Unk
Big
personally
Unk.
gunned
How
down
else
a
was you gonna
notorious
pronounce that?
rival, a man known as D Money. from the Trula Mafia gang. This was no ordinary street beef. Trula Mafia is an infamous clique itself, aligned with Yo Gotti's CMG camp and bitterly opposed to Dolph's pre-crew. The alleged hit on D-Money was brazen and personal. D-Money was the younger brother of J-Money, one of Trula's OGs who had been killed not long before. In the streets, people whispered that Big Unc's act was payback and provocation all at once. In fact, when young Dolph later signed Big Unsuck to Pre, many saw it as Dolph thumbing his nose at Trula Mafia, effectively embracing the very killer of his former allies. Some speculate this move sealed Dolph's fate, an unforgivable insult in a city where loyalty and revenge are two sides of the same coin. By November 2021, that long simmering feud exploded into public view when Dolph was assassinated in broad daylight while buying cookies at Makita's, a beloved local bakery. The gunmen turned out to be from the rival camp Straight Drop and others linked to Trula, allegedly carrying out a hit ordered by a high-up in Yo Gotti circle. Dolph's murder sent shockwaves through Memphis and beyond, and in the aftermath, the spotlight intensified on Big Unt and the great affiliated Double R clique he rode with. Had this underground war
Man, the way Dolph's body was hanging out that window, boy, man, that shit was sick.
over a slain gangster's pride really led to the death of a rap icon? Many in Memphis believe so, yet the saga of Big Unseasoncy took another turn after Dolph's death. While he survived the street wars that claimed others, the law caught up with him in a different way. In early 2023, Big Unc was arrested by federal authorities after being caught with an illegal Glock switch, a conversion
And
device
just
that turned a
cheesing.
handgun into a mini machine gun. For a rising rapper and reputed hitman, it was a simple but serious offense. In March 2023, he was handed a
Telling y'all the
7-year
street
federal
shit.
sentence,
Yeah.
effectively sidelining him at the peak of his music buzz. The irony was not lost on anyone. A man implicated in deadly shootings finally taken down for a weapons charge. Behind bars now, Big Unc even gave a jailhouse interview, reflecting on losing friends like Big Scar and nearly overdosing himself, showing flashes of regret and wisdom beyond his 20-something years. But on the streets he left behind, the war rages on without him. The Double R clique that Big Unc was part of lives on through others,
Man, he talking
notably
about overdosing in his video like this.
as
My
Ruthless and
God,
Chopper
bro.
Imoni, two young artists who proudly rep the rich and ruthless subset of the Grape Gang. Kez Ruthless came up shoulder to
Hey, y'all ever hear when Charleston White be like, it should be mandatory for black men to go to jail? I be thinking about it, bro. I really be contemplating it.
shoulder with the late rapper Big Scar, whom he calls his brother. Together, they and a few others formed a tight-knit unit they nicknamed the Grim Reaper Gang under the larger Grape Street umbrella. Quez's music is uncompromising and street certified. In interviews, he's openly talked about surviving shootouts and cautioned younger kids to steer clear of the same vices that consumed his peers. Big Scar's story is a tragic parallel to his gang life. He scored a platinum hit and a deal with Gucci Mane, only to die from a prescription drug overdose at age 22 in late 2022. His death shook the Memphis rap community, a stark reminder that not all casualties in this life come from bullets. At Big Scar's funeral, Quez Ruthless stood front and center, vowing to keep their movement alive. He and Chopper Imoni continued to release music laced with references to Double R and Grape Loyalty. Every bar they spit doubles as a warning to rivals and a tribute to fallen brothers. In one track, Big Scar and Quez rap together about their Double R bond, boasting how their clique was never stopping. A prophecy Quez now shoulders alone. This cycle of retaliation and loss within the Grape Gang has left a graveyard of young men in its wake. Even within the gang's own ranks, deadly risk can form.
This
Deontay
shit's so
Great Fletcher
stupid.
was a 25-year-old up-and-comer in the crew. Some say he was a teenage recruit mentored by older Great members. On New Year's Eve 2023, Ty Great was shot and killed at a house party in the Riverdale area of Memphis. The case remains unsolved, but street gossip quickly filled the void. Allegedly, Ty had tried to rob one of his own OGs and pay for that betrayal with his life. The idea of an internal execution like that sent chills through
If
the
that's true, that's
community.
what
It
your ass
illustrated a
get.
harsh truth about the Grape Gang. The danger doesn't only come from rival gangsters or police crackdowns, sometimes it comes from within, when codes of loyalty are broken. Meanwhile, the feud with outside rivals continues to claim lives across the city. In January 2022, a rapper named Nusky, a Moneybagg Yo affiliate who was friendly with the Grapes, was gunned down in Whitehaven, his murder coming just weeks after Young Dolph's. At Nusky's vigil, Dolph's artist Key Glock tweeted out, "Fly high, Grape, mourning a fallen friend," even as many suspected Nusky's death was part of the ongoing tit-for-tat violence. With so much blood spilled, Memphis has seen homicide rates reach historic highs. The year 2021 closed with 342 murders citywide, an
God
astonishing feat that
damn.
officials partly attribute to gang warfare spinning out of control.
That's about
Great
one a
gambling
day.
enemies and sets like True La Mafia have turned Memphis into a maze of no-go zones, where simply wearing the wrong color or chain can get you killed. Police and federal prosecutors are scrambling to stem the violence. In the 2019 drug conspiracy case, authorities noted they've been watching the Grape Street Crips for years, tracing how California gang culture took root in Memphis. "We're tired of the guns and we're tired of the drugs," declared one Memphis district attorney, as those 16 Grape affiliates were hauled into court. Still, despite periodic big busts and weapon seizures, new indictments keep coming. The gangs adapt. Younger members step up as older ones get locked up. It's a deadly game of whack-a-mole that law enforcement alone can't seem to win. The
That's
tale of
exactly what it is. Whack-a-mole. Yup. That's a perfect explanation.
Memphis's Grape Gang is still being written in blood and in rhyme. New indictments, new diss tracks, new victims. The cycle continues. But for those living it, this isn't just entertainment or internet fodder. It's life and death. In the end, the Grape Gang story stands as a tragic reflection of a city where opportunity and danger walk hand in hand. It's a world where a hit song can pay tribute to a slain friend one week, and the next week that friend's killer might be gunned down in revenge. A never-ending loop of streets to the studio and back to the streets. This is the reality behind the fame and
Man, this shit gotta stop.